Well, our coverage started, over 11 hours ago here at the St. Paul Civic Center with Duluth-Denfeld beating Bloomington-Jefferson. Maybe approaching midnight before this one gets over with, guys.
Think overtime.
I'd rather not.
Take it away, Louis.
You got to keep thinking positively, and as you tell the hockey player, picture yourself scoring a goal. So I'm hoping someone down there is picturing themselves scoring a goal. It doesn't matter which team, just so long as we get it done, because this game should be a 1-goal difference. Right now, the shots on goal, Bemidji's got 20, Hibbing's got 19. The game's been that even throughout. It should only be a 1-goal difference at the end, and hopefully the end will come in another 15 minutes.
Sounds like you want to go home, Lou.
No, I just don't think that there's no use tiring one of these teams out for tomorrow night when they've got to go against Phil Murray. That might give them a little disadvantage. You see, Coach Bill Olson looks like he's already been through the ringer. He knows that his club's got a tough road to hoe to win this game, but they are in good position. They've got a power play for 59 seconds to start off. Even though that power play backfired on them near the end of the second period, they've got a chance to score on Brian Grant's team right now. And you see Brian giving his team a little encouragement, telling them to be ready to go all out and get this game over with.
He has a brother who is coaching right now at Thief River Falls, his brother Wendell. So a couple of guys in that family coaching at high school hockey in the state of Minnesota, and we're underway now with an exciting game. It is 3-3 as we begin the third period, and Hibbing will play it up ice, intended for Schwartz. And striding back over to pick it up, Palava played it around the boards, tried to go to Sauer. Sauer trying to free it from the far boards, got help from Fossen. Fossen with a puck played it to center ice. It is broken up by Roux. Roux is checked on the far boards, and it's knocked down by Gaustad. Potential 2-on-1 as Schwartz on the left gets the puck, and a shot, and the save is made by Peters. And again, Hibbing with pressure as Bemidji now trying to work it out of their own zone, and it was played by Roux, trying to go to Schwartz. They come back to Gaustad to the point, and with it is Girardi with a drive, and that's wide. Back of the net, Schwartz over to try and pick it up. And we're back at full strength now. Both teams at equal strength as Bemidji sends Matthews out of the penalty box. Now back in over the line, and Meyer tried to cut to the net. He was tied up by Gaustad, and it was held in but turned away by Hibbing as they dump it down to the corner. Peters will cut it off behind his own goal with 13:40 remaining in the third period, set up by Smith. Smith moving it up ice, taken away very nicely. Held in, played down in the wing. Sullivan off on the pass to Wallers. Comes back to Hardy, who tries to hold the zone. And it's picked up by Palava. Palava going off of the pass whistle, and play is going to be stopped at the blue line of Hibbing.
Well, one good chance for Hibbing there as Schwartz took the shot. Peters had to make the save and kick the puck right by Girardi. As we look at the 1-goal games these fellas have been involved in, Bemidji's been involved in 5, and they've won 4 of them. So they really haven't had a great deal of them between the two clubs. Hibbing only in 1.
Bemidji 4 of 4 in penalty killing so far. And we have a 3-3 game with 13:12 remaining. Back to the point. There's a drive, and it was deflected wide. Baker took it from the point. Eichstad with the puck in the corner. Eichstad with it, trying to move it right out in front, and he was tied up. Eichstad in the corner, digging it out, centered it, but it was cleared away, and moved back up ice now as Bemidji comes back to their own blue line to regroup there. They drive it down in the corner, and Hardy goes back over to set it up. Hardy with the puck, trying to work it out of his own zone. Goes ahead on the pass to Terrell. Terrell tried to go right wing. That's deflected at center ice. 12:35 remaining, and it's driven down back in the Hibbing zone. As Monticelli steered it away, and setting it up, Sullivan tried to get the lead and the breakout pass, and an icing will be called against the Blue Jacks. And it's 3-3, and with that score, this is Hockey 86, live from the St. Paul Civic Center.
Every day, more Americans work with Chevys than any other truck.
Up early, USA, there's a lot of work you gotta do every day. And when push comes to shove, nothing works like a Chevy truck.
Now get low 9.9 financing on new 10 and 20 series 2- and 4-wheel drive Chevy pickups.
Nothing works like a Chevy. Oh yeah, Chevy truck.
Steve Terrell going to be taking the face off as we look at goaltender Monticelli, making sure that his players are ready for it.
And Matthews tried to draw it forward, and it was broken up by Huseman. Huseman moved it to center ice. Coming back in over the line now on the right side. That lead pass broken up, held in. Fossen with a drive, and that's knocked down by Monticelli. And it's picked up now by Schwartz. Schwartz will try to work it out of his own zone. We have 12 minutes remaining here in the third period. We're tied at 3. And it's picked up now at the blue line of Hibbing. Trying to Aiken with the drive, but it was deflected. Back of the net, going around to the far side, picked up by Huseman. Huseman with a puck for Hibbing, and he plays it ahead. Huseman turned and dumped it in over the line. And Bemidji will come back up ice. And with the puck, here comes Roberts on his off wing. His centering pass is steered away by Gaustad. Roberts went behind the net, up against the netting, and whistle and play will be stopped.
Well, for a moment there, it looked like it was going to be a 2-on-1 with Palava coming on a line change. Rod Roberts breaking down the right side, try to get that backhand pass over the defenseman's stick. It was deflected. Otherwise, Palava would have been home alone on Monticelli. This game tied 3-3 with 11:32 to go in the third period.
Meyer is out with Sauer now and Palava, and it was held in. Baker with a backhander, and whoa, just deflected wide of the mark. And Hibbing now with pressure in their own zone. They set it up to Gaustad behind the net. We're tied at 3 with 11:17 remaining in the third period, and it's flipped up over the glass and out of play.
Well, Hibbing just had a hard break right there, or I should say a scare, as that puck just dribbled by. Rob Sauer's shot dribbling by the edge of the crease. Goaltender Monticelli didn't see it. It was deflected in front of the net and didn't miss by more than 5 or 6 inches.
Monticelli ranks 17th in a class of 258. And they have 6 players in the top 10% of their class. And it's played back of the net now as Stavnes over to set it up. Hibbing on the breakout as they come up ice on the far boards. And with it is Rue. Here's Rue playing it ahead, trying to go to Girardi. Girardi chasing it down to the corner, and he's bumped by Yetter. And it comes to Palava on the near wing. Turn tried to bring it out. Gaustad with a shot, and the save by Peters.
I could see how Girardi scores goals. Once he gets over the blue line, it's just like the Rocket, I'm sure, used to do. His eyes light up. That fella just heads for the net. He gets very excited. He gets himself open, and he shoots the puck. He's a very dangerous man. If this game stays tied all the way down, that's the one player I'd be worried about on Hibbing scoring a goal.
He has scored 22 this year. That is tops. And the puck comes loose on the far side, and it's picked up by Huseman with a drive. And knocking it down, Peters, and he covers up in front of the net. There's a break in the action, and we'll be right back with a Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
People Express stops in New York. But our low prices don't.
Well, we'll see Tom Sullivan and Doug Terrell both going for the net. Here's the shot. Peters, seen a rebound, jumps on it as Wallers, Terrell, and Sullivan all go to the net and try and push Peters and the puck right over the goal crease.
Steve Peters, 5'9", 135-pounder. 94% on the save percentage for Peters. And it's held in by Terrell. Terrell in the corner tried to get some help. And it's taken away by Smith and moved up ice. Smith with the puck. And they go to the Hibbing blue line there. Whistle at it offside will be called on the Lumberjacks. Out of Section 8. They have a 3-9 tournament record. A team that a lot of people feel up in the Bemidji area, Lou, will be back next year. They feel very confident about their underclassmen.
Well, they've had a very good program there for a number of years, and they've been developing quite a collection of good hockey players.
And it's played now back in the Bemidji zone in a 3-3 game with 10:08 remaining in the third period. And the puck is loose, and Fossen over to set it up. Here is Fossen now for Bemidji. Fossen will work it out of his own zone, leads it to center ice. Tried to go left side of the pass to Smith. Smith cutting in over the line, and he's checked away from the play. With it is Gaustad, and he's pinned against the boards. And the puck comes loose now as Hibbing trying to work it on the wing. Eichstad back to Fossen at the point. And Fossen is forced away from the play. And it's picked up by Schwartz. Headmanning it. That's broken up by Roberts. And now back it over the line. There's a drive by Fossen. Steered away by Monticelli. And it's picked up by Gaustad. And he played it to center ice. And it's broken up there by Roberts. Roberts is bumped in the neutral zone. But he goes to Matthews. And Matthews will wrist it in over the blue line. Monticelli knocks it down. And back on the wing going over to set it up. As Hibbing and Bemidji are tied at 3. And we're down to 9:09 remaining. A shot from the point was wide off the stick of Baker to Gaustad in the corner, who is bumped, and whistle and play will be stopped, and we'll have a face-off coming up in the Blue Jacket zone.
Bemidji applying better forechecking pressure now. They're seemingly getting on the puck carrier quicker. They're not allowing Hibbing to move out as smoothly as they had. However, at one time, Fossen got caught there, and Bemidji trying to keep the puck in. Fossen was caught at the blue line. Hibbing overskated the puck.
Monticelli in goal. He was in the tournament last year. Hajduk, of course, was here. And he now with the Bulldogs of Minnesota Duluth.
Player skated in the crease and moved the net off, and the faceoff will come outside the blue line.
8 minutes and 55 seconds remaining here in the third period, tied at 3.
Bemidji giving shorter shifts to their lines this period than they had the previous 2 periods, especially George Palava's line that just came on. They haven't had as long a shift, probably feeling the effects of the long shift and the physical play of the first 2 periods.
And it's broken up, and it's set up by Baker, played it in over the line. Knocked down by Monticelli as he gets help from Stavnes. Stavnes trying to pass it off on the far side. Stavnes moved right out in front. Palava to the point. Palava cross ice on the pass to Baker. And Baker down, played it behind the net to Palava. Palava tried to go to Meyer instead, went to the point to Yetter. And there is Rue to try and pick it up in the corner, as Hibbing has been tied up in their own zone here. And it's picked up now by Stavnes. On the breakout, 3-on-3. They move it back up ice. 8:15 remaining. Poke checked away nicely by Palava. On the lead, moving it in. Meyer off, and he chipped it to Palava, who fired it wide. Good play there. That's Meyer trying to stuff it on the short side. And the puck comes loose, trying to hold the point is Baker. Taken away by Girardi. One man back, it's Yetter. Girardi fires it wide. Off the boards on the far side, trying to pick it up now. And here's a 3-on-1. On the lead to Palava. He can't knock it down. Palava in the corner will carry the puck behind the cage. Meyer over to try and pick it up. And we're down to 7:40 remaining in regulation time. At center ice, Fossen lost it, coming in over the line. Here's Terrell, way out in front, shot and a goal. It's scored by Wallers. Second of the tournament, 19th of the year.
Well, after Bemidji had 2 good chances, Hibbing coming back with a fine play by Doug Terrell, number 17, getting that puck on a 2-on-1. Seen Pete Wallers all alone in front, made a perfect pass. Here he is here. Terrell looking over to Wallers, makes a fine play. Perfect pass on the stick. Wallers not waiting, just shooting the puck off the pass, right past goaltender Peters for a 4-3 lead.
You talk about excitement, huh, Lou?
Just unbelievable, the kind of chances Bemidji just missed, and the puck turns over, and down comes Doug Terrell to make a fine play, letting the defenseman slide by and making a great play to Pete Wallers.
Bill Olson came into this tournament saying, hey, we may be a little younger. We may not be as quick as they are or as big as they are, but we can beat these guys. And tried to instill that in his players, and right now they lead at 4-3. But we still have 7:22 remaining here in regulation time. And Gaustad plays it down to the corner. A couple of assists were given on the goal. One goes, we'll pick them both up here in a moment. And we'll move it up ice now. Controlling it, here's Eichstad in over the line, and Eichstad will back it out to center ice to set it up to Johnson. Whistle and play will be stopped. The other assist went to Greg Johnson. And there's a break in the action, and we'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
In April 1986, Minnesotans will have something new to cheer about. TCF is going public.
.03 remaining here as it's set up now with a 4-3 game as Hibbing is out in front. And going back is Hardy, and he's bumped along the boards trying to get help to bring it out. Moved right out in front of the net. And Monticelli kicked it aside. Pressure now as Schwartz goes back in the far wing. Schwartz trying to move it up ice. And it's Control coming up ice and over the blue line. And it's played down in the corners. It went off the stick of Zabodnik. And now coming back over is Bemidji. They set it up on the near wing, trying to bring it out. And it was held in, moving it, trying to go back of the net. A shot taken by Terrell. Over to Zabodnik on the wing. Zabodnik with the puck. And they try to go to Schwartz in front of the net. Schwartz is bumped down in the corner as Bemidji sets it up to bring it back out of their own zone, and with it is Fossen. We're down to 6:13 remaining in regulation time. It's 4-3. Fossen with a drive, but it was deflected. And there's a break in the action, and we'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
With Republic's frequent flyer perk, you get a free trip twice as fast. Republic Airlines.
6:09 remaining in the third period. It's a 4-3 game. Getting a little excited, Lou? Or...
Well, I'm sure Bemidji is right now. As you see the clock winding down, and they've passed up some good opportunities.
And it's set up just outside the line. With it as Palava comes cross ice to Yetter. Yetter with the puck, and he drives it down in the zone. As Hibbing will now go back to regroup to try and bring it out. As Sauer overskidded the puck, here comes Girardi. Girardi coming in over the line. Girardi's drop pass as he tried to go to Roux is taken away by Yetter. Yetter looking ahead on the pass. That's broken up. Now coming back in over the line, it's Girardi. Girardi lost it. It's turned away by Palava. Palava tried to go right side to Sauer, and it deflected to Girardi, and he backhands it down in the corner. 5:25 remaining in regulation time. With it is Palava on the lead to center ice. Knocked down in the neutral zone. And Hibbing trying to pick it up. Sullivan working the wing with help from Terrell. Back of the cage on the near side. Baker tried to clear it. It was held in. The shot was taken by Hardy. Hibbing setting it up, trying to go down in the corner. They go back to the net. They have the lead. Back to the point on the left side. A drive by Harding is knocked down. And it's cleared by Palava. They got Meyer out in front. It's Palava carrying it in over the line. Down goes Palava. And no penalty called, no whistle or stoppage of play. And it's broken up now. With it is Roberts. Roberts will go back in his own zone to regroup. With him is Darren Fossen. We're down to 4:40 remaining in regulation time. On the lead to center ice. Lynn tried to pick it up. Carried in over the line, trying to work to the net. And it's kicked away. Shot fired wide by Eichstätt on the rebound. And the puck is loose in the corner. Trying to dig it out is Smith. Smith moved it in front. And it's cleared by Gaustad. Here's Gaustad moving it up ice. Gaustad in over the blue line. And he's taken out of the play. And again, no whistle. And the puck continues to roll behind the net. Picked up by Eichstätt. Eichstätt on the breakout of the lead to Lynn. Lynn goes off on the wing to Smith. Smith to the blue line. Smith in over the line, cutting to the net. He fired a shot. It was deflected out front, and it's clear now. We have 4 minutes remaining in regulation time. Hit over the line, trying to get off his shot. Pushed down in the corner. Bossendover angled it off the boards, cleared it to center ice. Smith trying to pick it up. And Hardy comes back, and he beats Smith to the puck in the corner. And he tries to get some help as Hibbing will set it up to bring it out of their own zone. This is Girardi. Girardi coming in over the line. Girardi drop pass and a glove save by Peters. Dropped it to the ice. And now it's Bemidji working it out of their own zone to Aiken on the right side. Driven back in over the line as Bemidji sets it up in the neutral zone. Hibbing regrouping there, knocking it down in front of the bench area. And we have 3:18 remaining in regulation time. With it is Roux. Roux at center ice, trying to go to Girardi. It's taken away and played in over the blue line by Matthews. Back goes Hardy to set it up back of the net. 3:05 remaining now in regulation time. It's 4-3. Hibbing is out in front of Bemidji. They are 19-3-1 on the year. Hibbing is 21-2. And with it now, Bemidji moving it up ice. Clearing it out of their own zone. With it is Roberts. Roberts moved past Meyer. Comes in over the line, trying to go right side. And the puck comes loose, back to the point, held in by Yetter. Take it off his stick and comes all the way back into Bemidji zone. And a heavy check throw in there by Wallers as he took a man to the ice and coming back now to regroup. We are down to 2:29 remaining in regulation time. It is 4-3 as Hibbing is out in front of Bemidji here in the last quarterfinal game of this tournament. Semifinals tomorrow. The winner of this one takes on Hill Murray. Here is Palava moving up ice with Meyer. Palava cuts in over the line, but an offside is going to be called here. The score is 4-3. And this is Hockey 86 live from the St. Paul Civic Center.
There's never been a crisp like this. It's crispy, crispy wheats and raisins.
Taste the delicious honey-touched raisin cereal with the crispiest, crunchiest flakes around.
There's never been a crisp like this. It's crispy wheats and raisins.
Well, Bemidji gets a big break. Steve Terrell, after the offside, goes down in the corner and gives a high stick to Palava. We see the offside forced right here. The whistle's blown, but Terrell following him down, and he went to lift up his stick, missed his stick, and got Palava in the face, and now he's off for high sticking. Bemidji with a power play. 2:10 to go, trailing 4-3.
Tell you what, Lou, you got to give credit to the officials in this tournament. See it and they call it, right? Despite the fact that there's 2:10 remaining.
That's right. For the most part, they've let the kids play in all the games. We haven't had that many penalties, and most penalties being called in this game tonight. It's been a very physical game. You would expect that.
And right now it's 4-3 as Hibbing is out in front. 2:10 remaining in regulation time. And moving it up ice now, coming it over the blue line. And with it is Schwartz down to the corner as Bemidji now will work it back out of their own zone. With it is Fawcett. Fawcett has Palava on his right. And that is Palava. Back over to Fawcett with a drive. And it's deflected over the top of the cage in the corner. And it's Sauer down to the corner with the puck to Palava. Palava with it tried to come cross ice, and it's cleared out of the zone. We have 1:42 remaining in regulation time. 1:30 in the penalty time. And Hibbing leads Bemidji by a score of 4-3. Fawcett on the lead, working it up ice to Yetter. And it's played off the stick and back in the zone as Huseman got control of the puck. And we're down now to 1:23 remaining as it's set up by Yetter. Here's Yetter with the puck coming in over the line to Sauer. Sauer with it, tried to go on the pass, and it was cleared from the wing, but it's held in. Palava with it. Palava tried to get control, and it's picked up by Girardi. Here's Girardi with the puck, and we have 1:05 remaining in regulation time. And coming in shorthanded, there's a backhander by Rowe, and Peters covered up, and he made the save.
And that's what Bemidji didn't want to have happen. They allowed Hibbing to come down and get a good chance and get the puck frozen in Bemidji's zone. We look at the power play goals tonight, none. Hibbing 0 for 4, Bemidji 0 for 2, and Bemidji having a face-off in their own zone and not able to pull the goaltender right now. 49 seconds to go on the power play for Bemidji, 59 seconds to go in the game. I would expect as soon as that puck goes down ice that you're going to see Steve Peters come out of the net. You might as well go for it right now because you've only got 59 seconds to go in the game, and you might as well get 5-on-3 or 6-on-4. Here's a save by Monticelli as he got a piece of it, and the puck deflects over him onto the top of the net and over the back. Unfortunately for Bemidji, they've got the length of the ice to go, the face-off in their zone. They've got to win the draw, get control, and bring it up ice. You might see Peters starting to move out of the net as the play's going up ice. But one thing Bemidji's doing a little too much of right now, they're looking for Palava in that zone. They're not moving that puck around in other areas where they could. They've got to be driving for the net, get some shots, and create some action in there.
I tell you what, Lou, you got to give Hibbing a lot of credit. Schwartz has got tournament experience. Terrell, Girardi, Rue, Waters, along with the other Terrell. Doug Terrell and Steve and Gostad and Monticelli.
Well, they've got a lot of experience, but they've played a great game. Yeah. They've really done an outstanding job. And this goaltender right here, Monticelli, has had to have a lot of difficult saves to keep the lead where it is for them right now. Fine game by him.
So we'll have the face-off coming up now with, there you see, 59 ticks left here in regulation time. It is 4-3. As Hibbing is out in front, but they have a man in the penalty box. And the face-off, and it's set up Fawcett with it. Let's watch now to see when Peters will go off. as Lou was talking about. Here's Fawcett with a puck ahead, and less than 50 remaining in regulation time. And whistle and an offside will be called.
Well, they've got 46 seconds to go in the game. 36 in the power play. Face off right outside the zone. Steve Peters now going to the bench. Bemidji coming on with another man, and I would think they do that right now. There's no use protecting a one-goal deficit. You've got to go for the tire. You've got to do everything you can. Now, if you're on the face-off here, you should go ahead with that face-off. Try and get it right in Hibbing zone if you're Bemidji. So Jason Meyer should go right ahead, get it in the zone, and get on them before they can turn around and get it out.
So the draw comes back, and it's set up 44 seconds remaining here. As Bemidji down by a goal. Palava with the puck moved it right out in front of the net. And Palava fired it wide of the mark. It goes to Gostad, backhanded, and Fossen tried to hold the zone. Girardi picked it up. Here's a 2-on-1. Girardi with a shot deflected off the body of Yetter. Yetter down in the corner, leaves it go. We have 22 seconds remaining in regulation time. As Bemidji is down by a goal. They carry it in over the blue line, and Eichstead saw it. He lost control of it, and it's dumped. And we're down now to 13 seconds and 10 as Bemidji needs a goal here. 5 seconds remaining as Palava. It's not going to happen as Hibbing has won this game. The Blue Jackets defeat the Lumberjacks of Bemidji by the final score of 4-3. And that was a good one, Lou.
It certainly was, and a well-deserved victory for Hibbing. Hibbing never quit all night long. They kept persevering. They had some great goaltending by Monticelli, and when they got the chances, they capitalized. A very good, solid effort by the Hibbing defense. They were strong. They had to be to contain a fellow like George Palava, an outstanding young hockey player. At the same time, whenever they got control of that puck, they were able to bring it down. They created some good opportunities for themselves.
How do you see Hibbing matching up with Hill Murray?
Well, it should be a fine game. Hibbing's not afraid to use the body. We had a very physical game here. It should be a physical game again. Their defensemen are going to have to control that top line of Hill Murray, because when you got Quinlan and Toomey out there and Rolick, you know you're going to have your hands full.
How about the other semifinal matchup? Denfeld and Burnsville.
Well, Denfeld really impressed me. I hadn't seen them, and I think that if they can play the same type of game they played this afternoon, they're going to give Burnsville all they want to handle.
And that's it, a 4-3 final, and let's go back to sports control.
Okay, thanks, Paul. Louis?
I'd have to ditto those remarks. I think we should have 2 excellent semifinal games tomorrow, Mark. And, you know, we mentioned Paul Girardi a lot, and even Louis is saying that if anybody's going to score the winning goal, but it wasn't Girardi, it was Wallers. But it was a fine effort on the part of the Hibbing Blue Jackets. And so now they win it 4-3. We're going back down to the ice. Tony Parker.
Bill, permit me to say that was a little bit of a war.
It sure was. They're a beautiful team. I give Bemidji a lot of credit. They're a tough team, and I just can't say enough about them. And, of course, I have to give our kids credit. They did a beautiful job. I'm just happy, and it's an emotional time for me right now. I'll tell you.
Did it go the way you thought it would?
I guess so.
Yeah. Okay. Hill Murray, will that be a different kind of a game?
Right now, I never even thought about Hill Murray. I thought about taking this game one period at a time, and I knew that we had a quality team if they dig in at the bottom of their hearts, and a lot of things could happen. And we've been a third period team, and they came through. Yeah, but I have to credit Brian Grant and Lyman Brink. They did a beautiful job with their team, and I wish their team the best of luck, too.
Okay, 9:05 for you tomorrow night at Hill Murray.
Okay, well, come ready. I hope I have a voice for tomorrow.
Good luck. Okay, back to you guys.
Don't worry about it. Terry Skrypek doesn't have one either. The coach of Hill Murray.
Class guy.
9 times this year, Ralph Hibbing came from behind to win games. Their 10th one was the most important one of all, putting them into the semifinals tomorrow night against Hill Murray. Live from the St. Paul Civic Center, this is continuing action of the 1986 Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
So, what'd you take last night?
You'll see.
Oh, a special on the Arctic Circle, huh? Great snow.
Hey, what's wrong with this VCR?
Well, maybe the heads are dirty. Here, try this head cleaner I bought.
Oh, scotch, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a tape.
Well, you use it like a tape.
I do?
Mm-hmm.
Is it done yet?
Just settle down. It'll tell us.
Hey, that's easy.
So, do you want to watch the movie now?
Now let's see if it'll clean the refrigerator.
1 out of every 5 Minnesotans. One out of every 5. No. 1 out of every 5 Minnesotans bank at TCF. That's 750,000 Minnesotans. In fact, more Minnesotans bank at TCF than anywhere else in the state. TCF, where Minnesota banks.
Recently, Chi-Chi's Mexican restaurant sent its master chef Tomas to a new place to look for recipes. He has just returned. The result is shrimp chihitas. Tender shrimp sizzling on a blackened iron skillet, simmering in seasoned butter. You can even wrap them in warm tortillas. It's one of our many regional seafood feasts of Mexico, all at great prices. Chi-Chi's, reaching new depths to bring you great food.
Let's go. I'm driving.
Don't drive drunk. No, 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 no. Drive drunk. No, 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 no. Drive drunk. Woo, I'm looking strong, driving the man.
Come on, Mark. Let me drive. Mark, last time, give me the keys.
No way. What kind of friend are you?
Brought to you by the Minnesota State High School League.
Hibbing lost only twice this year, once to Edina early in the season, then to Bemidji 6-3 a few weeks ago. But tonight they got their revenge, defeating Bemidji. That final score is 4-3. Here was the game-winning goal. Doug Terrell, a sophomore, set it up. A beautiful play, just waiting for Pete Wohlers to get in the slot. And he beat Peters right there. 7.5 minutes left in the game. Here's another angle. Doug Terrell, a lot of folks up in Hibbing feel he has a chance to be one of the best players ever, and that's a mouthful, setting up Wohlers for his second goal of the game.
We saw a lot of picture-perfect plays today. That was one of them, Mark. Final minutes, though. Bemidji did have one good last shot here as Darren Fossen, the fine, outstanding defenseman for the Lumberjacks, nearly scored. It bounces up over the net, and they come up short 4-3. You pointed out the first game ended up 6-3 for Bemidji, but the one that counted goes to Hibbing.
It'll be real interesting tomorrow night to see who Billy Olson will start in goal for Hibbing. Jim Monticelli started tonight. He's been alternating his goaltenders all year. Rich Jacklin is the other goaltender for Hibbing. It would be very difficult not to start Monticelli, but if that's been his policy all season, he'll have to stick with it. We'll have to find out tomorrow. Let's check the leading scorers after the first day of the tournament. Of course, Scott Bloom of Burnsville had quite an afternoon with 3 goals and 2 assists for 5 points, and his line mate John McDermott was right behind him in the scoring.
Burnsville scored the most. They had 7 goals in their 7-4 win over South St. Paul. As you take a look at the other scores, the first game, Denfeld beat Jefferson 4-2, and Hill Murray was a 5-3 winner earlier tonight, if you did not catch those scores. And then, of course, Hibbing, the 4-3 winner here in the finale.
So we'll be back tomorrow at noon. We'll have the consolation game tomorrow. It'll be Bloomington Jefferson against South St. Paul. That'll be our first game at noon tomorrow, followed by the first semifinal game, and that'll be against Duluth Denfeld against the defending state champions from Burnsville. And then tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, Ralph?
7 o'clock tomorrow night, we have Richfield and Bemidji. That'll be in the consolation play. And then an excellent semifinal game with Hill Murray going against this Hibbing team.
So that's it. That's our first day of coverage live from the St. Paul Civic Center. Thanks for being with us all day today, and we'll see you again tomorrow at noon. For Ralph John Fritz, this is Mark Rosen reporting from the St. Paul Civic Center.
Hockey 86 has been brought to you by Wheaties, the breakfast of champions. Twin City Federal, where Minnesota banks. Scotch, makers of high-quality magnetic media recording products. Chevrolet, who invites you to live the style, performance, and fun of Chevrolet in 86.